Welcome back to the Okie Smokin podcast. My name is John, alongside my co-host Delores here, and we got another episode for you today where we're going to talk about exotic cooks that we've done. We've done some frog legs and we've done some alligators, so you'll want to stick around for that.
Time to fire up that grill. From smoked pork to smash burgers, outdoor cooking just tastes better. This is the Okie Smokin podcast. And here's your host, John Berry.
So how are you doing today, Delores?
I'm doing fine.
Which of the two do you think you like better out of those, the frog legs or the alligator? You didn't really try the frog legs, though, did you?
Ew, no.
Didn't want to try you didn't like the frog legs?
No, I didn't try it. I'm not going to.
You're not going to try? Yeah, she would not try the frog legs. And we had the alligator as well, so...
The only reason why I like the alligator is because we tried at a restaurant in downtown Oklahoma City of the alligator bites. It was Bourbon Street, something like that.
Bourbon Street right here in Bricktown, I believe. Is that restaurant still there?
Mm-hmm.
You think it's still there? Yeah, they have alligators and different things. So, yeah, it all started just, about a month and a half ago when I decided I was going to try some frog legs. I went ahead and looked and did find that you can actually buy them locally right here in Oklahoma at one of the Walmarts. So you can't find them at all of them. And I got a box of them and we went ahead and I fried them up in the deep fryer. And I tried them, but Delores here would not give those any kind of try.
Ew, no. Our kids like them, though.
Yeah. So... I'll go over the first time we did them. We basically just put them in some oil, basically just kind of did them like catfish, or, just breaded them up real good and put some, I think we used some cornstarch, some flour. I had some Old Bay seasoning and just went ahead and soaked them in buttermilk, for a half hour or so, and then put them on a cast iron skillet. That was a pretty cool video. Cooked them on the Pit Boss, used the cast iron skillet out there to heat the grease up, and then only about 3 or 4 minutes on each side. And Mile High Guy BBQ, he also made a batch of them. His actually, I got to say, looked a little better than mine. He like double. He battered them and then, went ahead and rebattered them, re-wet it, rebatted them, and his frog legs ended up looking about twice as big as the actual frog legs, and they just looked real good and had a nice real crunch to them. And then I decided I wanted to do them a different way, and I went ahead and smoked the last batch, which that video was out a couple weeks ago, and basically just seasoned it up and threw it on the Pit Boss for, I think about 2 hours, and they came out fantastic as well. And I thought they were great. Would you ever consider trying them? Maybe if I did a third batch?
No.
You're never gonna try. What if we took the meat off the legs?
Nope.
And we just cooked it that way, and you didn't even see the legs.
What's
the worst part about it? What do you not like about it? Is it just the look? I mean, it tastes just like chicken.
I'm not falling for that.
I'm gonna try that, but. For our other one we did on, and this video was the last one we launched just this last week. It's the one I really wanted to talk about a little more, was the alligator. Now, we're in Oklahoma, so you really cannot find alligator that easily. You probably can if you look hard enough, and then if you did find it, it probably wouldn't be quite the quality of the alligator meat that I had. I knew someone that was going out of state for a while, and he asked if... I wanted him to bring back some alligator, and we could cook it up because he knew we had a channel, which, of course, we are on YouTube at Okie Smokin. And I said, yeah. So I went ahead and bought 3 pounds. I've cooked 1 pound so far, and it's just some white filet meats, and it's just in a sealed bag. I've got the other 2 in a freezer, and just pretty much cooked those on the Blackstone, sauteed them up with some onions and Rotel, and they turned out real good. Now, you liked this one, though, didn't you? I believe you said it was a 10 out of 10 in the video.
Yeah.
And you were all about the alligator. So if I got a whole alligator.
No, don't do that. No, just the way that it was, perfect. I don't want or something like that.
You don't want to go ahead and create a whole size alligator. Yeah, it was really, really good. It didn't, I don't know, how would you describe the taste of that alligator? If you were to describe it, is it to kind of go with the seafood or chicken? What would you consider it to be similar to?
I don't know, because when we tried the alligator bites at the Bourbon Cafe in downtown Oklahoma City, it tasted like chicken
Yes,
to me.
I remember. Yeah.
But
it
this did not. It had, I don't know, a different, I don't
was,
know how to describe it, but it tasted really good.
yeah, it was totally different taste than chicken. But I remember when we were at Bourbon Street, it was basically just like we were eating chicken nuggets. Maybe they tricked us, and
But it
they
could,
just
no,
said it was.
it could be different because that's deep fried and we didn't have it deep fried. maybe.
It's deep fried, and I'm not also sure what type of chicken or alligator it was, because I had the white meat fillets. That's what these were. So it could have been a different cut of meat also, which could have potentially changed the flavor of the alligator. I don't know. But I was looking.
The taco one was like nice and like easy to eat and not like.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah, we did.
a fat piece, but it wasn't bad. Like, yeah.
What we did was we made tacos with this, and just went ahead and cooked them up and put the alligator meat on the bottom layer, and then we had rotel and onions and some green chilies we cooked up, threw on top of that, cooked it with some taco seasoning and just some good flavor, sour cream. It was money, really was. And so I loved that, and we're going to be making some more of it, and we'll have some videos when we do, and we'll talk about it when we make some more of the alligator. I did also see, because I was looking, if you can find alligator locally. And just like I found the frog legs, I did find a local Walmart that has alligator.
What?
And yes, they have alligator, but it's probably something that I wouldn't mind trying. But it looked to me like it was, how you get chicken nuggets at Walmart,
Huh.
you get them in them bags. Yeah, that's what it was. It was basically just a bag alligator, and I think they may have even already had them breaded. So you just fry them up,
Like the
and
bite.
packaging, yeah, and you fry them up, and it just kind of was like alligator bites. So that's something I wouldn't mind trying too. It said from Louisiana on the bag, so because these come from the ones I have come from a Mississippi farm. Like I said, I don't know how the.
Which Walmart was it?
I'm not sure. I was trying to look. I think it's another one of them, them little neighborhood markets. That's where I found this one. And it was in Norman. And I think this one might have also been in Norman. I'll have to look and see. I'll have to get some of those, and maybe we'll try them out on the channel as well, and just kind of see how they taste. See if those have that chicken resemblance or something, But we've done, that's going back to the frog legs. We've done fried on the frog legs, and we did smoked on the frog legs. So the alligator, we've done the sautéed and the fried portion. So I think maybe, what do you think? Should we do a smoked portion, or what about chili? You add pork chops, you add beef, you add all this stuff to chili. What about alligator thrown in some chili? What do you think?
Yeah, for that. Or
That's
my
what
cheese.
I think we the next batch we make alligator chili or gumbo, something like that. Maybe
Not gumbo.
I don't know gumbo. So I think it's settled. I think the next batch of alligator I make, I don't know when it'll be. I think we'll do a batch of alligator chili. If we did that, I think we should do all alligator, or maybe alligator and other meats too. I don't know. If it should be just strictly alligator and beef.
I don't know. Because it's kind of like a chicken type thing. So maybe would it taste good with pork and stuff?
Well, that's what I don't know. It's not, it's what we do here. We try things that we don't know and we'll find out.
I could like do like alligator with some beef. That would be good.
Yeah, because, when I make chili, sometimes I'll put 3 or 4 meats, throw some smoky, some pork chops.
My keto one. That's good with all the meat.
Yeah, so we could do it several different ways.
Bean.
Well, if any of you are listening to this channel or podcast and you've tried alligator or you've tried frog legs, either one, be sure and comment about it. Let us know what you
and give us a recipe.
Yeah, and the recipes. You could also contact me anytime. It's john@okiesmokin.com. Got a plane going overhead in the house, and you can't make a video where we are without a plane going overhead. You can't make a podcast without a plane going overhead. It shakes the whole house. They fly so low. It's all the time right here by this Air Force Base. So Tinker Air Force Base always has planes going by. So can't get anything done without getting a entertaining plane flight coming overhead. But that's okay. It's part of the deal. So sure, be sure and send us all of your questions, comments to that. And also I want to go ahead and go over one other thing that we have brand new that I'm kind of excited about. And this is an opportunity for anyone that listens to this podcast or anyone that watches the videos and they would like to go ahead and input or become part of the podcast, you can actually do just that. And all you have to do is go to your web browser and you just go to okiesmokin.com/fan page. If you go to okiesmokin.com/fan page, it's going to go ahead and bring up our fan page for the podcast. And you can easily just click. There's a little button. Okay. There's a little button on this page that's going to say record. And if you click record, then you can click start recording. And then from your phone or your computer, you can start talking. And what's going to happen is it's going to record what you're saying. And anything that you record, you can save it. And then it's going to go ahead and be publicly available there. You'll be able to choose to private if you don't want other people to see it, but otherwise it'll be publicly available so other people can see and listen to the message you gave. But we're also going to be able to take that and have it on a future podcast episode. So if you want to talk about the show, if you want to describe a dinner or something that you made, you could do that. If you want to ask a question or anything, and then we will be able to have that on the show. So I think that's going to be fun as we start to hopefully gain a few listeners. And if they want to become a part of the podcast, it'll give us more things to discuss and talk about in a segment like that. So it's just okiesmokin.com/fan page, and you can easily become part of the podcast. So go ahead, do that. Be sure and become part of the podcast if you'd like to. But that's going to go ahead and kind of wind up this episode. We went ahead and talked about our exotic frog and alligator. We have the amphibian and we have the reptile. If there was one more, go ahead and name this. If there was one more thing exotic thing that in the future, come on, what else? We're going to go back to our regular, our burgers, things. If you had something else, I'm thinking of something that at some point I might, maybe some rattlesnake or something. Would you consider it?
I've had rattlesnake most likely because remember I'm Indian and lived on the reservation and I was young probably. So I don't know how it tastes. I can't remember.
Well, if I could get a hold of one, I think that'd be something pretty cool to bring up here. But we're not trying to turn the Okie smoke it into the complete strange and exotic dishes out there. But
I'm not trying. No,
you're not trying. If I get rattlesnake, you're not trying that either.
Why?
I don't know. It's just it just sounds like something I've heard. It's pretty good. No. No,
No,
if you'd like us to try rattlesnake, let us know.
I'm
We might, huh?
yeah, I'm not.
Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning into this podcast. We come out here and try to do one every week and launch them on Mondays. So if you enjoy this content, and we're going to continue to grow this podcast, it's kind of a dumpster fire to start things off, but hopefully we get that fire put out in the upcoming episodes. We're learning as we go. This is only episode number 5. So I expect us to continue on and fine tune it and hopefully make this something worth your time. And hey, we'll be talking to you here in the next episode.
All right, bye, guys.
Thank you for listening to the Okie Smokin podcast. Episodes drop every Monday. Don't forget to follow this podcast, or you might miss out on some delicious creations. You can also find us on our website, okiesmokin.com, and on YouTube and other social media platforms. Until next time, keep firing up that grill.
There's a brand new feature available on the Okie Smokin podcast, and it involves you. That's right. Send me and Delores a text, and it's never been easier. Simply scroll down to the show notes description and you'll see where it says send John and Delores a text message. Click it. Talk to us. You're probably using your phone anyway, so do it now. Can't wait to hear from you.